Hi guys, welcome back to another video of the series of how to make an amazing presentation using Canva. In the previous video, we created this slide and we learned basic information on what creates a good presentation. We learned how to add text, graphics, and background color and other some of the effects. And if you haven't watched that video, click on the top to watch it. And in today's video, we are going to go a little bit more deeper into what makes a great presentation. Anybody can add text, graphics, and background color, a little bit of effects here and there, but how you deliver the presentation and how your presentation unfolds or goes through is what makes a presentation different from the rest of the group. So today we are going to discuss just that. As you can see, I'm on the second slide of the presentation and I want the same background. So I'm just going to add another slide and then delete this one. In basic presentation giving, you discuss a topic or you declare that you're going to talk about a topic, in this case, bullets and its types, in the coming presentation so that the people know what to expect. Now, we have to answer a few questions during the whole presentation. The first question is, what is the topic that we're talking about? So we're going to add a heading and we are going to write, what is a bullet? The best way to go about a presentation is to create all the headings first. We have already created heading to our second slide and this we are going to do the same for the remaining slide. In this slide we are going to talk about what is a bullet. In this slide we are going to talk about where a bullet is used. By adding all the headings to your presentation firsthand before going deep dive into a particular slide gives you a more eagle's point of view of what exactly is going to unfold during this whole presentation. In this one, I'm going to talk about classification of bullets. There's a difference between classification and types. Types means we are only classifying it on one parameter, and classification we can do on many parameters. For example, bullet can be classified on the basis of what material is used, and bullet can also be classified on the basis of shape. So, in this one, I'm going to talk about bullet types on basis of material. And in this slide, I'm going to talk about bullet types on basis of shape. Now, there are three types of bullets on the basis of material. They are lead bullets, metal bullets, or jacketed bullets, and the third type is half jacketed bullets. So when we are creating a presentation, you need to decide in which depth you are going to go about it. I want to give a complete overview of how to differentiate a bullet or the basic fundamentals of bullets. So I'm going to go deep into the types of bullet based on material. So I need to dedicate a complete slide to each of the types. For example, here I'm just going to give the names on this slide and I will give the brief description of those types of or those names in the subsequent. Let's just duplicate this slide and lead bullets. The same we are going to do for the remaining three. I'm just going to duplicate the slide and edit here. To duplicate the slide, click on these three dots and then click on duplicate page. And the same I'm going to do with this bullet types on the basis of shape. Another way of duplicating is to hide this, go to the page that you want to duplicate and just click on here, duplicate page. So now we have a lot of slides with just the heading. These headings give you a brief overview of what exactly are we going to talk about in that particular slide and also what we are going to talk about in the presentation as a whole. Now, since we have completed all the points we have to add, we can add another page which is called the thank you page. A thank you page is very important and it helps you to show your gratitude towards the listener. that they spent their precious time listening to you. The credit of the presentation, like we have given it here, that this presentation is made by, this credit can given on the first page or it can also be given on the last page, but it should be only given one. So now we have added headings to the slides, and now we have a particularly better point of view of what we are going to talk about in the each slide and what is the overview of the whole presentation. Now we can add all the three things that are required to create a slide. The main three things that create a good slide are heading, graphics, and bullet points. Bullet points here refer to the information about it. So first we are going to add a little bit of graphics. For to adding graphics, go to elements and search the graphic that you want to search. I'm going to search bullets again, and this time I want a photo. Maybe this one. Since this is a premium picture, as you can see, we have got this watermark on it. Now in this slide, we have the heading, we have the graphic. The only point remaining is the bullet points. For bullet points, we're going to go to text and we're going to go to add a little bit of body text. And we will just start typing. We type the text that we want to type and we make the necessary required changes. So we have added text to our slide and hence we can move on to next slide. Where is a bullet used? Now again we are going to add a little bit of graphics and we are going to add a little bit of text. Here I want to add this disclaimer to always use a bullet with caution. Now I want to change the color to the red color. So I'm just going to select the text box and go here and then change the color. As you can see, it is changed, but and this time we are going to choose the color from here. We want the color which is bright red. We have completed this slide as well, and let's move to next slide. In the same way, you can add the text to remaining slides. For example, let me do this one more slide, classification on bullets. To make this slide a little bit more interesting, I'm going to try a new technique. I'm going to write what I need to write in two separate boxes. Since there are 2 points that I want to mention, I'm going to add two separate boxes. And here I'm going to write a little subheading. And now I'm going to add arrows. In the elements, just search arrows and we can see a lot of arrows here. And I'm going to use the same arrow, but I'm going to flip it. To move two things at the same time, we can just group them. Click on the first thing that you want to group and then press shift on your keyboard and then click on the other thing. You will get the option to group, click there, and now it is one complete entity. You can choose the middle just like that and then align the remaining elements on your slide. This is another way to make your slides a little bit more interesting. And the same way we can add the text and the graphics in all the slides. So that's all for today. In the coming video, we'll discuss more on how to create an absolutely amazing and beautiful presentation using Canva. So stay tuned.